Hi everyone, and you know I've been going live I've gone live quite a few times, haven't I, this month already? I'm on my walk. I'm not going to walk too far because I'm wearing the wrong heels, and I'm wearing the wrong heels because the heels I want to wear it in the car, sorry, my flats, but I'm wearing the wrong jeans, which would mean that if I change into the flat shoes, my jeans are gonna they're too long, they're gonna rub against the ground. So I chose to just wear heels to save my jeans. So I will walk a little bit, but I'm not going to walk too far. And yeah, this is going to be a bit of a rant. I'll prepare you in advance, a bit of a vent. And it's just this whole thing at the minute that's going on where I suppose I'm just going to be talk about me from my personal point of view on this. So everyone knows that I've been posting my love journey. So if you are a subscriber of this channel, or if you've seen some of my short, they're short, some of them are shorts, and some of them are 3 to 5 minutes long. I've been talking about my love journey. So just to give you a bit of background, I am the big 50. So I know I look younger, I know I look like I'm in my 30s, but I'm not. I'm 50. I say it like that so quietly because I know that I look younger and I feel younger as well. Most of my life, I started dating probably from the age of 17, and all through my 20s dated, and in my 30s I dated, and my 40s, and every time I'd be dating someone, I'd usually put my career first, or I've kind of focused on studying. And I knew that because I knew that my career was important and that sort of thing. But then I've got to a point then where I've just stepped back and I thought, you know what? Let me do this dating journey. So the whole love journey thing started this year in February. So what that meant is that I dedicated time, energy, effort into going on the dating sites, proactively sharing with people, you know, that I am open to relationships, socializing more, you know, reaching out to people and saying that, you know, I'm single and I'm ready and that sort of thing. I did everything I could do, and I'm still doing stuff. I've been on a date with someone recently. I was seeing him. I went on 5 dates. Anyway, what surprised me the most, I suppose, is just the backlash of, like, when you're a woman and you're a certain age and you're like not doing this whole independent woman, I don't need no man. Everyone's surprised. Everyone is like, oh, what are you saying that for? What are you dating for? You can do this on your own. You can do this on your own. And I wasn't ready for that and expecting that. I've had friends, family. Luckily, I've got one close friend. She's my good friend. We're going to be going out for my birthday. We've known each other since we were teenagers. Then we lost contact. Then we got back in touch. She's been really supportive. She recognises that. She says things like, if you're happy, that's the main thing. You know, if this guy that I was seeing, and when it didn't work out, she wasn't all, oh, well, you shouldn't have done this, shouldn't have done that. Another person was like that, who I thought was a friend, but they were not a friend. They were showing off about, oh, they've been on Hinge and they're going on lots of dates, and I was all supportive towards them. But the minute I started saying things were going wrong in my guy that I was seeing, it's all blaming you. Oh, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done that. Oh, he doesn't really care about you. And it just made me feel like shit. Because what's the point in you just going on and on and on and on about all the wrong things with this person when you know that I like the person, and also you know that I'm looking for love? So why are you just coming out with the critical stuff? So for me, like, I just feel that, like, no one really wants, sometimes deep down, lots of people do not want you to be happy. They want you to have their mindset. So I was talking to my niece recently, and bearing in mind she's in her 20s, I'm 50. We have completely different mindsets, which is completely fine. We don't have to all think the same. But what I didn't like and what I don't like is when someone is trying to tell you things like, oh, your expectations are unrealistic, or you don't really know about relationships. Oh, you're just comparing with what you've seen and stuff. No, I'm giving you examples of couples that I know that are working. And yes, no one knows what's happening behind the scenes, but you're then giving me loads of examples of, well, all my friends, they're getting divorced, all my friends, this. That's got nothing to do with it. There are good couples, there are bad couples. But my point is, if I come to someone who's close to me and I say, I'm ready to start dating, I say that I'm sick of being, on my own, I don't expect them to be coming back with arguments of, well, you can do it by yourself. Oh, you don't need to rely on a man. I've never relied on a man. You know, I pay my own bills. I've got my own business. You know, I'm doing what I need to do, but sometimes you get tired, you know? And when I'm trying to explain that to people, they don't get it. You know, sometimes it's nice for someone to just take you out for a meal. Sometimes it's nice for someone to just say, babe, I'll take the car to the garage for you. And then I'll negotiate something and then I'll bring it back. When I said that to my niece, she's like, oh, well, if you go to the right garage and you negotiate a deal, then it's fine. That's not the point I was trying to make. I'm just trying to get the light, the best light. This, I don't know if this, yeah, this will do. That's not the point I'm trying to make. People just don't understand. I can see people are online, but sorry, the sun is really sunning. I just feel really disappointed in a few people. That's what I'm trying to say, really, because they know how long I've been single for. They know that how much times I've said, you know, that like when I've gone on short breaks, when I've gone on holidays by myself, when I'm doing everything by myself, that, you know, I'm at the point now where I'm saying I'm ready. These are the same people that were saying years ago, oh, you spend all your time working. When are you going to get a man? You know, when are you going to get married? When are you going to have children? And at that time, there were all people, I've even had to block people on my Facebook because they kept going on about, oh, you're always going on about your degrees. No, I don't always go on about my degrees, ever. If someone is talking about degrees are worthless, or if someone's saying people think they're better than whatever because they've got a degree, and then I've said I've got a degree, and then you're supposed to be my friend, but you're saying, do you think you mean something? Do you think that means something? Then obviously I'm going to come back to you and say, well, aren't you supposed to be my friend? I'm not boasting about having a degree, but you're saying negative things about people, so I'm coming back with that. Anyway, the point is, when I was like getting to that level, working on my career, working on my business, everyone was like, where's your boyfriend? Now that I'm saying I want to put that aside and try and find a man, it's like, why do you need a man? Do you know what I mean? And I just don't get it. And I just think that like people do not get that, like when you get to a certain age, you just, it's not even about sex anymore. It's not even about the sex. It's about the company. It's about having someone that like to just treat you occasionally. You know, it would be nice on your birthday for someone to just take you out. It's not even about things that someone can do either. So I don't want it to come across like that. I can't even, when I'm trying to explain to people, they're just not getting it. They're not feeling it. They're not understanding it. You know, it's just a point where you get in life where you just say, I want to spend the rest of my life, or at least part of my life, being in a committed relationship where you can do stuff together, where you can just be there for each other. You know, and I'm not saying all relationships are like that. Even when I'm describing types of relationships, I've got people saying, well, oh, you're unrealistic. Relationships are not all like that. I'm not saying that they all are. All I can tell you is who I am as a person. I can tell you who, if I get together with someone, you know, what my expectations will be of them. And also, you know, same as with the guy that I was seeing, I went on 5 dates and we decided, you know, I told him clearly, one of my biggest must-haves is good communication and effort. And it doesn't matter if we're having fun when we're together, you know, it's a fantastic time, we enjoy each other's company, but then you go for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, 10 days with no communication or little communication, one word answers. That's not enough for me. That's not okay with me. And even if you're not in a relationship, if you care about someone, then those things matter. So I'm not saying at this stage in my life that I'm going to settle still. I'm still saying that I know what I'm looking for. I know what my deal breakers are. I know what my must-haves are. But at the same time, I'm not going to be fussy in terms of, oh, I want someone I've never done the height thing. Oh, I need someone who's 6 foot tall. I need someone who's got a beard. I need someone who wears certain types of shoes. None of that stuff is relevant to me because that doesn't tell me about their character. There's wasps everywhere. So yeah, it feels, you feel flat. You feel tired of like having to keep explaining to people, why do I need to justify why I want a man? It's not, oh, I'm desperate. Oh, I need a man. You know, that's how people are making me feel. They're saying, why don't you just go for lunch on your own? Why don't you just go on holiday on your own? Oh, why don't you just take the car to the garage on your own? Oh, why can't you do this on your own? I've been doing it on my own. Where have you been? I've been doing this on my own. I've been single properly for, I'd say, properly single without like nothing for maybe 3 years. And that means, no, 2019, 2021, 22, 23. Yeah, 3 years is proper single, meaning not even going like on dates, not even having like casual things, nothing. That's a long time. And before that, you know, I was with someone and that wasn't like a long relationship, but I would say, yeah. And then before that, I was with someone else and that was like, it was 12 months I was with that person for. You know, I'm ready, it's time. And if I feel I'm ready and if I feel like this time, let me get back up because I'm trying to stick to my 30 minutes of exercise as well. I've done 30 minutes today, have I? No, I haven't done 30 minutes yet. I just don't understand why when I put like on Facebook, when I say I'm going on a date or when I say I'm going to rejoin the dating sites, all my proper Facebook friends, to be fair to them, are really nice. My few friends as well that I'm really close with, they're really supportive as well. But there's just a few people who are just, you can tell, you know, they come in with daggers. It's like what are you going on about your dating for? Or what do you need a man for? And I don't get it. I don't get it. If you're my friend, aren't you supposed to support me? You know, you can say to me that, oh, I don't think this person is treating you right. You can say that, oh, maybe this person is just after one thing or whatever it is. But I can take care of myself. I know I'm not stupid. People are making me feel like I'm stupid. They're saying things like, oh, your expectation, you know, I've worked with couples for many, many years. You know, I've seen, example would be my niece. I was giving her examples of couples that I admire or I respect, or I've said, you know, even statistics. So I'll say to her things like, you know, if you're in a relationship and you're both working, double income in the family means, even if like one person's earning less, it still means you've got two incomes coming into the household. She's arguing with me saying, just because there's two incomes doesn't mean you're better off. What sort of common sense does that even make? Because even if the two of you are on benefits, it still means there's two incomes versus one income. If people knew how much, I'm not going to swear, if people knew how much like work I have to do every single day and every week just to maintain like the basics, then that's why like I'm always working. Today, luckily, I mean, I've done my client work today. There isn't a day, Sundays I take sometimes take Sundays off. Bank holidays I work. My birthday I take off sometimes. But the amount of clients and the amount of contracts and the amount of work I have to do, I've got supervision this evening, which is a group I run as well. To add up, and all that stuff just adds up to mostly my bills and all the rest of it. Then I'll treat myself occasionally. This birthday, I'm not treating myself to, I'm treating myself to a facial. I'm going out for a meal, which I'm paying for myself, and I've bought a dress. So that's my birthday covered. Oh, I'm doing my hair. Now, I still have to work and get clients to be able to get all of that. I still have to get contracts from other organisations that I work for to get that. And then this person's telling me, oh, it doesn't matter if you've got two income a family where there's two people who are both earning an income. Of course it matters, because then you've got someone who might do the food shop. I did the food shop today. I've spent £32 today on food. A few days ago, even like 3-4 days ago, I spent another 30 something pounds on food. I've got people saying hi. Oh, thanks for subscribing, XD Langan. And I've got another person, but I can't read this. I think it's Ryan. Whoever, I can't see properly because the sun is coming down, so it's not showing as much. So yeah, it's what I think is when people are trying to gaslight you and say things like, oh, being in a relationship, it doesn't matter, you're still worse off. Oh, financially, you're still worse off. Or they'll say things like, oh, emotional support, not every couple provides that. Well, obviously not every couple is perfect, but statistically, but also if you're in, I'm talking about decent relationships, I'm talking about good relationships, I'm not talking about abusive relationships. I'm talking, someone said hi, so I can't see, Shazia, I think it is. You know, everyone always gives examples of, wow, it's better off being single because there's, you keep yourself safe then and there's no like stress and all the rest of it. Well, that's because you're with the wrong person. If you're with the right person, then it's not going to be full of stress and chaos. Yes, there's going to be ups and downs, but that's every relationship, good or bad. So really, I mean, I'm going to end in a minute because the sun is coming back down and I'm trying to stay cool today. I just needed to vent because I'm just tired of it. I just want someone to say, you know, when I'm talking about going back on dating sites, or when I'm talking about going on a date, or when I'm talking about you know, wanting to find love and that sort of thing. I just want someone to say, you know, I've got your back. I just want them to say, I can see people saying, something, a thing for, can't see much, you know. It's also because I need to clean my screen of this phone. It's a combination of the phone being fuzzy, the sun coming down, and I haven't got sunglasses on, and just something with the phone, meaning that I can't see all the comments, I can only see a few. But anyway, that's it, yeah. You know, I'm going to keep going on my love journey. You can see on this platform that I've been making those videos, my love journey. I'm going to continue. All this has done is fired me up a bit more, to be honest. All these people going on about all this sort of stuff have only made me more determined to carry on my love journey. Whether it works out or not, who knows? But do you know what? No one needs to be telling another person in life, at their stage in life or where they are. No one lives with other people, so you don't know, like, my life. You know, there's times where I've thought to myself, you know, it's little things like when my car is broken down or if something's wrong with my car. The car is the big thing, and also with my laptop and stuff, or with DIY, or with gardens, or with anything else. I'm not saying, I mean, luckily I've got 4 brothers, so most of the time I'll go and get them to put shelves up for me or do whatever. But it would be nice occasionally where you don't then have to take your car to the garage, negotiate with the, you know, garage, and you know they're going to rip you off most of the time when you're a woman. Leave your car there, go back home, work, leave house, go back to the garage, pick your car up, all that sort of stuff. You know, when I've seen other couples sometimes, even when they've got kids as well, it's you're working as a team. So it means if you've got your client work to do, you don't have to stop what you're doing. They'll say, babe, I've got this for you, I'll do this. I'm not saying that's the ideal, because that doesn't always happen either. Financially, I don't need someone to provide financially, because I've always financially provided for myself. But it's just nice to have someone where you sit down, they'll make you a cup of tea, you have a little chat, you can have a laugh with them, you can cuddle, you can have sex. You know, life is more fun. That's been my experience when I've been in relationships. But, you know, whatever happens down the line, I'm going to just go for it and see what happens. So I can't see any of the messages. The bottom bit of my phone is so blurry. After this, I've got to clean my phone when I get to the car. I think there's tissue in there. But you can leave stuff in the comments when this uploads, obviously. But yeah, man, I needed to come on here and vent. I just needed to get this off my chest, because you've got all these feminists online talking about you don't need no man. You've got all these people talking about independent women. I'm independent, I'm strong, I can do things by myself, but that's not the banner I'm waving, you know. I do want a man, I don't need a man. No one needs, a man isn't like something where you need, like, you know, you need money to pay your rent. But if you want to be in a relationship, I don't see what's wrong with that. I don't think, you know, we're taught in society to almost suppress saying that. Oh, you're thirsty if you say you want a man. Oh, you don't need a man. You know, but why can't we say that in the same way we can say we don't need a man? Why are people cheering for the women that are saying, oh, men are trash, or we don't need a man? Why can't we say that we do? Or we would like to be in a relationship? That's all I'm advocating for. So thank you everyone that joined. I appreciate everyone that subscribed to my channel as well. I'm going to be I've got a few things coming up. I've got a hotel stay coming up. I think that is this month, because obviously I've been doing my stays at hotels. I've also got, what else is coming up? No holidays this year, but next year I'm planning on at least 2 holidays abroad. I've got some short breaks coming up. Yeah, I'm just going to be Marianne living life. That's what my channel's about. Everything I do that is interesting, I'll share. Sometimes I'll pop on and do lives. I'm not going to do regular live streams, but when it takes me, then I'll just talk about stuff that's interesting. I'm also doing some reviews. I've got 2 reviews that I've got to post about TV programs. That's coming up as well. Have a great day, everyone, and thank you for joining. I'm going to sign off, log off. I'm going to sign off now. Take care. Thanks for joining. Bye.